Are we alone in the universe? Is there other life forms out there? This question has been of interest to humanity for thousands of years. Humans have looked up at the sky and wondered what's out there. Is there another form of life waiting to be discovered? But we have not found the answer yet. We don't know if we are alone. The universe is vast. It is very big. It is believed to be 94 billion light-years across. The most distant objects in the universe are 47 billion light-years away. Let's see how vast is that. A light-year is a measurement of distance, a beam of light that travels in a single Earth year. In terms of distance, a light-year is approximately 6 trillion miles. That makes universe 94 billion times 6 trillion miles. This number is too big for human brain to even imagine. We cannot process that number to make sense of it. By observing the universe and through calculations, scientists have discovered that there are approximately 200 billion trillion stars in the universe. Our Milky Way galaxy alone consists of 100 billion stars, and Milky Way is one of 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. With our human eyes, we can only see a very tiny fraction of the galaxy. We can only see about 2,500 to 5,000 stars on a clear night. We need telescopes to see galaxies and stars that are further away from Earth. With that many stars, how many planets are there? It is concluded by scientists that on average, there are about 10 planets around a star. So on average, there are 10 times more planets than stars. But the question is there any that is habitable? If we do the math, it is very reasonable to assume that the probability of other life forms to exist outside of Earth is pretty high. In such a vast universe, there has to be another place like Earth. But is it that simple? Is math alone enough to make that assumption? Is Earth really a special place alone in this vast universe, providing the essentials for life to exist? Let's look at what needs to happen for a planet to be able to support and sustain life. What are the factors that make a planet habitable? The planet should be in a habitable zone, also known as Goldilocks zone, which basically means it should be neither too hot nor too cold. This means the planet should at the right distance from its star so that it gets appropriate amount of light and heat from the star to sustain life. One important criteria is that the planet should be able to hold an atmosphere. Without the atmosphere, the planet will not have essential ingredients like oxygen for life, and more importantly, it won't be able to maintain consistent temperature. In addition to atmosphere, the planet needs to have liquid water. The importance of liquid water shouldn't be explained. For any life form, water is very essential. From plants to microbes to any organisms, water is very essential. Magnetic field is another important factor for a planet to protect life in it from any solar radiations and storms. Without magnetic field, a planet will not be able to protect its atmosphere, which will make life impossible. The planet also needs to be a rocky planet and not a gas planet. Gas planets have very high atmospheric pressure for any life form to sustain. They are riddled by huge storms to support anything within. The planet should also have more or less circular orbit. Planet with a more eccentric orbit might experience dramatic swings in climate as it orbits closer and far from the star. According to NASA, if a planet is small and maintains circular orbit, it would be even more hospitable to life, as it would support a stable climate year-round. In addition to that, having a stable rotational axis is also important, because without a stable rotation, the planet won't be able to maintain a stable climate, which is very essential for life. There are many other such criteria that needs to be present in order for a planet to support and sustain life. So, even though we have discovered a huge number of stars and planets, it is a very rare coincidence for a planet to have supported life. Having said that, humans are in a very early stage of discovering universe. The knowledge we have is very little compared to what is out there. We don't have the technology to understand everything that there is. There could be life forms that are very different from what we are familiar with. There could be civilizations that are too advanced for us to even detect. There could be multi-planetary civilizations that might have learned how to live without these basic ingredients of life, and we might be in a very early stage of civilization. There are many questions that we don't know the answers to. We haven't advanced enough to understand the universe and the mysteries of it. In fact, humans didn't even know there were planets beyond our own solar system until 1992. Hubble telescope and most recently James Webb telescope have helped us discover many more mysteries of universe. But we are nowhere near to understanding even a fraction of it. But we can definitely conclude that the Earth is a very special place. It is a rare planet that meets all the criteria to support, to foster, and to sustain life. We are fortunate that Earth exists, and we as species have a favorable condition to survive and sustain. Do you believe there is life outside of the Earth? Subscribe for more interesting videos like this.